The moment you check your suitcase in, it's going to disappear to a part of the airport that you will never see, handled by people that you'll never meet, and left in areas that have no one watching. That's why in today's video, we'll be running through the bags that thieves are going to target first and give you tips on how you can avoid becoming a victim. The first bag that thieves tend to go for is going to be one with a lock, because people typically don't lock things up that have no value. A lock tells anyone paying attention that there's something inside worth locking up, which is the opposite of what you want when your bag is sitting with a pile of 100 others. Most travelers are using TSA-approved locks, which are locks that TSA officers have a master key for, so they don't have to cut the lock on your suitcase if they needed to open it up to see what was inside of your bag. What's absolutely wild to me is that anyone can go to Amazon right now and they can order a TSA master key, which is exactly what I did to test this out because honestly, I was completely floored after learning about this. I really wish this didn't work, but it did. So instead of a lock, consider threading a zip tie through both zipper pulls. This costs almost nothing, doesn't draw attention to your suitcase, and gives just enough friction for an opportunistic thief to choose a different bag. And if someone does end up going into your suitcase, you'll know. Unless they use the pen trick, which we will get into a little later on. And here's something that many travelers don't realize when it comes to the rules for TSA opening up their luggage. If TSA opens up your bag, they're supposed to leave a paper slip inside so you know that they were there. Except not every agent actually does it. With a zip tie on your zippers, you'll never have to wonder if someone opened your bag or not, because if it's been cut off when you go to retrieve your bag on the baggage carousel, you'll know that someone had been into it. Unlike with the TSA lock, where it can be unlocked and then clipped back on like nothing happened. Just remember to tuck a small pair of nail clippers into your personal item bag so you can snip the zippers on your carry-on and actually get into it. Let us know down in the video comments if you knew about this. And then, while you're down there, if you could take a moment to hit the subscribe channel, it's a free way to support Ollie and me in making this content and also helps more travelers find it. So, thank you. The second type of bag that thieves are going to target are going to be the ones that end up being checked in too early. And checking a bag in early feels like the responsible thing to do, but apparently it's not. A bag checked well ahead of your flight, outside of the standard 3-hour window, often ends up sitting in an unattended holding room for hours, which is exactly the kind of quiet, low-traffic spot that you do not want it sitting in. The longer your bag stays there with no eyes on it, the more time that someone will have to go through it, tamper with it, or flat out walk off with it. Or swap the baggage tag, which is what happened in a recent news story that broke showing how dangerous bad people with access to your unattended checked bag can be. After passengers checked in for their flights at Toronto Pearson Airport, a corrupt worker would slip into the restricted area, peel off the printed luggage tag from someone's suitcase, and then stick that luggage tag with all of their information on it onto a completely different suitcase. A suitcase packed with drugs. Not good. Especially not good for those travelers that were flying into countries with strict drug laws who had their information attached to a drug-filled random suitcase. The problem is people abusing the access that they have to travelers' stuff, which is why you want to make sure that your bag is out of sight for the least amount of time possible by always checking it in within the normal check-in window rather than the moment the counter opens. And if you haven't heard of the pen trick, you will definitely want to pay attention to this one. It is quite scary. The third bag that thieves tend to go for is going to be the one with an easy zipper. Bags with outside pockets are even easier because the thief doesn't have to open the whole suitcase at all. They can just unzip one small pocket, reach in, and grab whatever's there. Even a lock and a zip tie do you no good at all if someone can skip the zipper pulls entirely, and most cheap soft-sided suitcases can be popped open with nothing more than a ballpoint pen in about 3 seconds. Thieves will press the tip of the pen onto the zipper seam, run it along the track until the bag slips open, take what they want, and then simply zip the bag back up as if nothing happened. There are 3 ways that you can shut this down. The first is to wrap the bag, since many international airports offer a shrink wrap service right in the terminal. However, it can be expensive, and it's not exactly environmentally friendly. The second way is by using a luggage cover that slips over your entire suitcase and hides the zippers completely. A luggage cover is reusable, and while it can be taken off, it is an extra deterrent that stops your suitcase from being an easy target. You can take this a step further by using a cover with cartoon characters or a bright kid's design. No one's packing valuables in a kid's suitcase, right? The third way is to choose one that closes with clasps instead of zippers. You can't use the pen trick to pop open the zipper if there's no zipper. The next bag that thieves tend to target is going to be the black bag that looks like every other suitcase on the carousel. This is the single easiest bag in the airport to pick up and walk away with. And not just because it blends in, but because it gives a thief a perfect excuse if they were to get caught. Oops, wrong bag. I thought it was mine. No, you didn't. That excuse is passable for a random generic black suitcase, but it's not passable for a bright yellow carry-on covered in stickers. In one case, investigators found 14 stolen suitcases in the back of a single thief's pickup truck, and every last one of them was plain, generic, and forgettable. If you are the guilty owner of a generic black suitcase, you can add a bright luggage strap, tie ribbon onto the handle, slap some stickers onto the side, or use a luggage cover like I mentioned earlier, which pulls double duty by hiding your zippers and making your bag look like it probably isn't carrying anything worthwhile. And while you're making your bag easier to identify, it's also a good idea to add a tracker to the inside. It will not stop someone from taking your bag, but it does make your suitcase a lot harder to walk off with. At least a lot harder to walk a far distance with. For iPhone users, that usually means an Apple AirTag. You just drop it somewhere hidden inside of your suitcase, connect it to the Find My app, and then you can see where your bag is after check-in, when you land, and at baggage claim. If you use Android, a Samsung Smart Tag is going to do the same thing. Being able to pull up my phone and track my bag to know exactly where it is something that saves me from a ton of anxiety while traveling. That and all of these cuddles that Ollie is insisting on giving me during this video. I'm spoiled. But a tracker is only useful if your phone has an internet connection when you land, so you can actually track your bag. And most phone plans either don't work outside of your home country, or they present you with a massive phone bill when you get back home after trying to use your phone while traveling. That's why I will always set up an eSIM from today's video partner, TSA, before I fly. An eSIM is a digital SIM that's built into most modern smartphones. It works like a physical SIM card, but without needing to insert anything into your device. TSA offers eSIMs that work in over 190 countries, and the setup is incredibly simple. I'm not the most tech-savvy person, and it gives me a ton of peace of mind to know that I don't need to fiddle with any settings, and that as soon as I land in a new country, the eSIM is going to automatically activate and I will have access to the internet. Just download the TSA app from the App Store before your trip, choose a data plan for the country that you're visiting, and then follow the steps to install it on your phone. That's it. When your plane touches down in your destination country, your eSIM activates on its own and you'll have internet access right away. Even though I know it works every time, I still feel like this little ping of, ooh, that was too easy, every time it connects. Check the link in the description or scan the QR code that's on the screen now, and then remember to use the code MEGAN at checkout to save 15% on your first TSA eSIM. The next bag thieves target is the one that has a baggage tag with a home address. This one is extra freaky since you can have your suitcase with you and still be a victim, and the crime could cost you a heck of a lot more than just the contents of your suitcase. Ex-thief Larry Lawton admitted he frequently staked out busy check-in areas and baggage claims to copy the home addresses directly off passengers' luggage tags. The crazy thing is that you don't even need to be an airport worker or even a traveling passenger to get this information, since both the check-in area and the baggage claim area are open to the public. So if your address information is on your baggage tag, it's basically like saying, here's the exact address of a house that's probably empty. The easy fix is to get a luggage tag with a privacy flap and then only list your name, cell phone number, and email on it. Never ever list your home address. Checked bags are not the only thing that are being targeted at the airport. I'll put a video on the screen now, as well as link it for you in the video description to watch next, that's going to break down the riskiest spots for theft at the airport. It also includes the exact tactics that thieves are using to steal from you, so you know what to look out for. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join Ollie and me back here for more travel tips and hacks each week, and we will see you in that next video soon. Bye.